Everybody, I'm in Phuket. On the background you see a very beautiful hotel, so I am currently filming in hotel. Yeah, it's so nice. You have to see the rooftop pool. I'm actually putting a lot of stories today on my Instagram, so it's natalijakica. Same as the name of this channel. So if you want to have a look, have a look. So anyway, I'm doing some work in this hotel. Oh, I've got somebody in the chat. Hi, who is in the chat? Please let me know if you can hear me. You can use the chat on the right hand side. I'm using my phone today, so I can't really type because I've got the microphone connected, so yeah, it's just not going to work. So whoever is here, please let me know if you can hear me well. I did ask hotel to lower the music slightly so you can hear me better. Today's weather is amazing, and guys, if you're planning to travel to Phuket, Thailand during rainy season, please do, because it rains for a little bit and then you've got the sunshine again. It's nearly 6 o'clock now in Thailand, and look, got sunshine, looks amazing. Yeah, and to be honest, when you're here, you don't mind a bit of a rain because nobody's gonna tan for 10 hours. You know, it's hot, 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 hot. But I've got two people now. Guys, can you hear me? Can you hear what I'm saying? Just so I can continue explaining to you what happened with me. So it's 4 people now. Who's brave? Who can type in the chat to say yes, we can hear you? Please, it's on the right hand side. Hiya from Germany. Hi, hi, hi. Audio is good. Hi guys. Hi, hi, hi. Hi Matt, George, Mark, everybody. Kisses from me for answering my question. But look, I'm gonna tell you, you know, I've been covering bits and pieces on my Instagram, and if you're not following me yet on Instagram and you want to see me daily, then for sure I suggest to follow. It's Natalija with a weird spelling, with a J, random J in it. Same as the name of this channel. Kica. Same as the name of this channel. It's my surname, and yes, it's my real surname. A lot of people think that it's made up name. No, that is my real name, Natalijakica. And so natalijakica, that's my Instagram account, so have a look. But I've been explaining a lot on Instagram about what happened with my diagnosis, and how in the beginning I thought, well, it is what it is. Basically, I'm 40. I turned 40 in April, and for the last 6 months, I think, I haven't been feeling well. And in the beginning I thought, oh, I just make things up because I'm a greedy bitch. I'm never happy. I always want more, blah, blah, blah. So one day I'd feel happy, next day I'd feel sad for no reason. And then I started to feel anxious, and literally for no reason. So I thought, something is not right. I'm either going bonkers or I don't know what it is. And then other symptoms started to sort of disturb me. Things like sleep, low libido, overeating, waking up to pee at night. What is my qualifications? Bloody hell. Right, hang on 1 second. I'll answer all your questions, guys. So keep them coming. I'll answer everything. I'll open it at the end, actually. So low energy. I literally felt like I was bipolar. Do you know what I mean? I was like, my situation doesn't change. Why? One day I feel happy, next day I feel sad. Like, what? I was like, what the fuck is that about? Excuse my swearing. And then the main one for me, I'm sorry to give you all this information, but I'm always honest and sort of direct and say it how it is. But my period stopped. So I thought, oh, maybe it's stress related, maybe because I moved, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, went to the doctor, did a 4 hormone test, got my result, and was diagnosed with menopause at 40. And do you know what? I never wanted kids. So this diagnosis only got me worried about aging. So of course, when women go through menopause, everything goes at like speed 100. You know, if you struggled with exercising and not eating healthy before, when you're in the menopause, it's ×3. So that's what really got me worried. I was like, fucking hell, you know, it was like, and of course, nobody wants to age, and nobody wants to age at speed 10. So that's what I think I got not upset about, but I was like, oh wow, like I need to really up the game even more now. We're training, we're eating, we're sleeping, and that wasn't great. So the fact that I was told that I was not able to have kids and blah blah blah, that didn't bother me whatsoever, because I was like, well, first of all, you need to have sex with someone to have kids, which I don't, and I don't have a boyfriend or any guy that I see. So, you know, I'm not really. It didn't bother me. So that was that. I walked away from that clinic. They prescribed me. They gave me 2 hormones, estradiol and progesterone, gel to apply on like your thighs and tummy, and then the tablets to take. And then, as I started to talk about it, because I decided, oh, you know, I don't feel embarrassed. It is what it is. I thought, you know, I'm just gonna talk about it, because I think a lot of women, they suffer in silence, and a lot of men think that their woman lost the plot, but actually they just going through either perimenopausal symptoms or menopausal symptoms, you know, if they're in menopause. So a few people reach out to me and they were like, oh, Natalia, that is not possible. Like, you don't look a woman that is in the menopause. You know, even though I'm very critical of myself, and I always want more, you know, I want to be slimmer and more definition and more muscle and not have big legs and tiny waist and better skin, you know. A lot of people said to me, like, this is not possible, like, you don't look like you have menopause, like, you should go and seek a second opinion. And at that stage I was like, do you know what, I'm overwhelmed with information, because of course as soon as I got this diagnosis, I was researching constantly. Like, I was listening to podcasts from the morning till the night, what to do, how to do, what you know, bioidentical hormones are there, like, should I take testosterone, should I do this, should I do, like, literally, yeah, I was reading, I was listening. So of course when people started to reach out and say, oh, you've been misdiagnosed, I was like, oh, I can't be dealing with that on the top of that, you know. So and did you have eggs or still have them? No, I don't have any eggs. I don't want to freeze eggs. I don't really want kids, so I don't really want to go through that process of freezing eggs. Yeah, I like kids, but just don't want to carry them myself or deliver them myself. And like I said, I don't even have a guy that, you know, I don't want them for myself. But if I had a partner and he really wanted kids, then we can have a, you know, we can discuss that. But I don't, so it's not something that I think about. I'm from Latvia, but spent about 18 years in UK. Not Russian, I'm Latvian. I'm going to repeat that again. I am Latvian. Yeah. Thank you for all the compliments and that you like me and you love me. Great, thank you so much. So anyway, then I was invited to do this collaboration, just a film for a wellness clinic here in Phuket. By accident, they were looking for 40 plus, the only time that my advantage, that I had advantage of being 40. And yeah, they were looking for women 40 plus to just film some content, and in exchange for this work, you know, you can't get paid, you can get some services like IV drips or something for free in that clinic. So anyway, I agreed to go and do this collaboration because I thought I want to have a look, I want to see the clinic, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I've done the filming, finished everything, and then the owner was like, okay, well, what treatment would you like to have? You've got this amount. And I was like, can I do another blood test? They were like, blood test? Like, nobody picks this sort of stuff. People usually go Botox, fillers, IV drips, blah, blah, blah. But I already have a nurse in Phuket who does IV drips for me. I've done 2 types in the last 6 months, glutathione and iron. It's for skin and, you know, all the rest of it. So if you are in Phuket, by the way, and if you're watching this live and you need details of my nurse, let me know. She can come to your home hotel, like where you're staying. Very experienced lady, very nice. And yeah, and then you can have treatments. She does all sorts of IV drips to lose weight. If you've been drunk and you need to recover, if you had an overdose, if you do a lot of sport and you want to recover, build more muscle, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, so that's that. So I didn't want to choose IV drips because I already got that sorted here in Thailand. So chose a blood test. Anyway, done the blood test. I went for advanced female hormone test. It came back and I was like, okay, you know, and I've done a lot like happiness hormones, cortisol, also vitamin D. So anyway, and then the owner said, oh, why don't you have a consultation with our doctor? So I went to do the consultation, and guess what? I was misdiagnosed. I am not in menopause. And he explained to me, because the other 2 hormones that we found should be very, very high if you are in menopause, which mine wasn't. So I actually have insufficient ovary something. Then I said to him, I was like, well, how did that happen? It's a very long story, guys. I'm not going to bore you with it. But basically, the summary is that my brain thinks that I have all these hormones, so it doesn't produce it. Few things, and by the way, cortisol levels looked really healthy. But when you take these happiness hormones, divide into the cortisol that shows on your blood work, you get this formula, and then that result determines where your cortisol is at. And basically, when I looked at the report, I was like, oh yeah, healthy here, this is good. But the doctor was like, well, no, you're not. Your cortisol levels, if you do the formula, is actually super high, which then affects the production of testosterone, which is low for me as well, from my results. And because testosterone plays a huge part in producing estradiol. By the way, I'm not a doctor. I just know so much about it that I maybe can be a doctor. It affects estradiol and progesterone. Because the progesterone, testosterone, and estradiol are very low for me, I experience all the menopausal symptoms. Lack of energy, low libido, overeating, feeling anxious, feeling stressful, feeling unhappy, blah, 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 blah. So basically, you know, you can think that it's a menopause, but actually it's not. So now, and you know, and I'm so grateful for this doctor, because just imagine if I wanted to have kids and I've had such a diagnosis about the menopause, I would be devastated. So this doctor, what I liked about him, and by the way, I'm gonna publish a video super soon about this entire journey. I was editing it today. So if you're not following my account, the YouTube, do do subscribe, because I'm going to post the blood work that I did, the diagnosis, what the doctor prescribed. I'm not going to name and shame the other clinic, because it's just not my style. I don't want to give like all these personal details, but it was a clinic here in Phuket, and that doctor, this doctor was one of the best doctors in Phuket. And it's funny how, completely misdiagnosed. So the doctor failed to do a broad, more in-depth hormonal test to determine if I am in the menopause. So anyway, I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on this doctor here. So yeah, basically what I liked, for whoever is new to the channel and you guys don't know me, that, I like holistic approach. I don't believe in medicine, all these things. I'm very particular. So what I liked about his approach, that the protocol that I'm going to follow now is so broad. So first, I would need to take hormones. That there's no escape of that, because I've said to you the 3 hormones that I'm lacking, I have to increase them. So I'm going to take hormones. Second, I'm taking a very, very high quality vitamins, which they make in the laboratory in the clinic. And I actually ChatGPT'd the label, and they said, wow, where did you get these? So super, super high. Then I take another medicine, which he said to me, it's not antidepressants. This is something to increase the production in the brain, the production of the happiness hormones. So then it then will affect, and all the other production of all the other hormones. So I'll take that. Then I need to take ashwagandha, which I already bought. Waiting for it to be delivered. So that, by the way, the ashwagandha that I get, I will leave the link in the description, because again, I researched it. It should be 450 milligrams. So anyway, because you can't just buy any shit, over the counter. It has to be a good stuff. Otherwise, your body doesn't absorb it. So you just take it and then you go to the toilet and wee. That's it. It doesn't absorb it. So in the description, I'll leave the ashwagandha that I recommend and the one that I bought. So that, then, this really blew my mind. He was like, you need to go to the gym. I was like, okay. And if you're following my channel, I train. So I said to him, I said, oh, I do yoga, I do dancing, I do this, I do HIIT exercises. He was like, no. You need to lift weights slowly, like you do in the gym, not like I do, running around with a tire on my shoulder 3 times a week. And of course, I've already researched the effect that it has on your body and your brain, so I have to do that. And this was just cherry on the top, on the cake. He said I have to meditate. Basically, all this, what happened to me, it's all down to chronic stress. So, you guys watching my channel and you're like, oh, she's living in La La Land, have no stress, doesn't work, just piss around in Phuket, Thailand. You don't know what you see. You don't know. I always say I'm like iceberg. You only see 10%. The other 90% you don't see. So, yeah. So last 3-4 years, of course, I've been under a lot of stress and pressure, and we'll cover that on another channel, or not on another channel, in another live. And it really impacted my health. I always knew that stress is the #1 killer. I'm telling you, it's not actually cancer, it's freaking stress. And now I'm a prime example of what it did to my body. So now I feel like I have a hope, and there is a light of this tunnel, at the end of this tunnel, that I will feel better. To be honest, I've been taking now these vitamins and everything for a week, and I think I already feel better. I just feel more stable. And because I think I don't express often and don't moan often. You know, I'm kind of like this, you know, a lot of women, they go up and down. I'm finding myself, I'm always like this. So even when I'm not feeling super, super good, I still maintain it. Do you know what I mean? I'm pretty stable. So, yeah, so I think a lot of things have been just, I've been masking, you know, and kind of pretending that it's not really there. So that's the situation. I want to answer some of your questions. What language was that? Some of your questions. So I'm not from UK. I was living in UK for 18 years. Guys, India, I don't want to go. I don't like India. Not to disrespect or offend anybody. It's just not somewhere I want to go. Yes, I was misdiagnosed, so obviously watch, guys, this Lyfe from the beginning. If you just join, I explain everything. You've been through menopause, still have high libido. Probably better than I have. It's a nice, Jenny. I'm jealous. Yeah, no, I haven't been on a date or... Yeah, just can't be bothered. No, can't be bothered. I just don't want to. And it's a bit sad. And all my friends, they constantly want to set me up with someone. I'm like, no. I mean, I go not on a date. I go for meals and stuff like that. But home remedy. So you're doing the Lyfe to raise awareness about medical errors. Yeah, George. You know, for me, the purpose of this Lyfe, and some people say, oh, it's so embarrassing, you telling the whole world about this. I'm not finding this embarrassing, it's reality. And I talk real stuff, you know, not pretending. It's happy days, and, you know, I say it how it is, and that's what you get on this channel. You know, and if that's what you're looking for and you resonate and, you know, you think we get on, then for sure subscribe. So you don't miss any of my updates. Do 15-hour fasting daily. Please stop giving me these kind of advices. It really annoys me when people give these sort of advices. Do you know my medical history? Do you understand that fasting for some people can be fatal? I have stones and gallbladder, and fasting is forbidden, absolutely forbidden. You could actually end up in hospital. So don't recommend stuff to people without understanding the medical side of what they have. Okay, I'm sorry if I sounded a bit rude, but all these advices that I get on YouTube, I'm like, fuck off. You don't know what I have and the reasons and how it can impact. Just because you've heard another geezer saying, oh, thing is so good for you, not for everyone. Ashwagandha, yes guys, get ashwagandha. Hi Natalia, I've been traveling between the Philippines, Vietnam and Thailand for 2 months, and I saw quite a lot of white men with Asian women, but I didn't see too much white girls with Asian men. Do you know what? I've actually seen quite a few good-looking Asian men, but I don't know if they would be into white women. I don't know. Like, I see them sometimes kind of giving me an eye, but I don't approach men myself. You know, I'm too shy. If I get approached, then of course I would respond, but I wouldn't approach. You think too much. No, listen, it's not about thinking too much. I care about my health and my well-being, because I understand, even if I'm super rich, if I'm not healthy, then you might as well not bother, you know? So that's my priority, and it's not about thinking too much. It's about analyzing, understanding how I feel, and also I have a very great self-awareness. I'm in tune with myself. I could really feel when things are off or things are wrong, or if I didn't react in the right way. So then I try to understand, why do I feel how I feel? So I think my awareness and self-conscious levels are very, very high. So yeah, 10 days free silent retreat. Do you know what? That sounds like a good idea. My friends went to 7-day silent retreat and left after 3 days. They literally couldn't do it. They were like, this is the hardest thing they've ever done in their life. I have some friends actually that I wouldn't mind sending to the silent retreat. Do you know, a lot of people, this is going to blow your mind, but not blow your mind, but a lot of people, when they don't know me, they think I talk too much and I constantly talk. And when they meet me, they're like, oh, you're actually so different. Because you see me when I talk, so you immediately think that that's all what I do for the rest of the day. I actually today, this is the first time I'm talking to someone. So since, oh no, lying, I had one meeting and we spoke for 20 minutes. So since 6 p.m. now, woke up at 8. From 8 until 6, for 10 hours, I only spoke for 20 minutes and 25 minutes now. That's it. Haven't phoned anybody, haven't like, I like to be quiet. I like to be silent. Yeah. So a lot of my girlfriends say I'm a dream woman, that I could stay silent. What's my profession? Listen, my profession is all sorts of stuff. No, I create content, I do consultations about all sorts. You know, sometimes people need me as their accountability coach. Sometimes they need me just to speak to someone who's genuine, who cares, who can advise, who can recommend. I'm not a therapist and I'm not a counselor. I have a counselor diploma, but hey, I think I have ability to listen, to process information and really help a person to make a decision of what's what. So I do that. I also help people who want to relocate to Phuket, Thailand, you know, with visa and stuff like that, because, you know, I've made a lot of mistakes when I moved here, you know, paid more and so on. Now, of course, I'm wise and experienced how to deal with things in the best way. It's like this hotel here, you know, I can get a better price if you go through me, better than bookings. So things like this, so I can help with that. Advertising, like I said, I was collaborating with a clinic. Want to really collaborate with this hotel because I think it's amazing. Fitness retreats, so yeah, different things. What is your perception? Perception of what? Global hype. How are you? I'm good. How are you managing and living outside of your home? Well, I've said it many times. You're obviously new to the channel. I have some properties in UK and Latvia which I rent out. So that's my main income, which is not a lot, to be honest. It covers the basics. Like, it covers my accommodation here, food and car. So, but if I need to buy clothes, do my hair, go out to fancy restaurants, then I need to earn more to pay for it. If I want to have, like, to buy skincare or whatever, you know, then, you know, I need to earn more. What country am I in? I'm in Phuket right now, in Thailand. She's rich, definitely. She's definitely not rich, let me tell you. I don't know why everyone's on YouTube thinks I'm rich. Why do you guys think I'm rich? My mum always said as well that I have a blue blood in me. They're like, you're not from our family. And I was like, oh, okay. Don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing. I do have high expectations and standards. What are you doing, madam? Right now, sir, I'm drinking water. Guys, do you have any more questions that's related to this topic? You plan to go to Europe soon. Do you know what? I was thinking, actually, I do miss my family. I miss my mom. I miss my sister, and I miss her baby. Honestly, her baby is so adorable. Like, I feel like it's my baby. It's so cute. Yeah, and when he wasn't well, I swear to you, you know, that's feeling when you'd rather be ill than he's ill. It's crazy how I felt like, oh. And not many things makes me cry, but when her baby was ill, I literally was crying. Can you believe that? Yeah. I want to go and spend Christmas in Europe. in Latvia. So maybe go to UK for a little bit. Yeah, and I miss cold, I miss rain, I miss wearing a jumper, having straight hair. I miss all that. We provide healthcare services. When you say we, who we? So you're a party girl. I've been to Thailand, not Phuket. I've been to party girl. Are you kidding me? I go to bed at 9 p.m. Again, I can tell that you are not following my channel because you do not know me at all. What you do, guys, all the questions that already been answered, I'm not answering them again because I've already answered these ones. Any more questions? Otherwise, I'm gonna let you go, guys. It's 6 o'clock, so I need to drive home, cook some dinner. Yeah, I really enjoy cooking at the moment. Not at the moment, for the last 6 months, I've been cooking quite a lot. I'm eating out a lot too, because every time I have a visit in Phuket, they text me and they were like, oh, we want to take you out for dinner or lunch. And then if the person doesn't look weird or act weird or text weird, I do meet up in public. Because people bring me little gifts or thank me for, for the videos. And yeah. What's my hobby? I like dancing. I like everything to do with wellness. I can talk about it forever. I'm very passionate. Wellness, well-being, fitness, skincare, all that sort of stuff. How old I am, I already answered that question. I am 40. I turned 40 in April. Thailand is for fun. Disagree with you. Like, for example, Phuket is a really big fitness community. Like, training is outstanding. I'd probably say the best in the world. So if you're planning to lose weight, build muscle, really change your habits in terms of eating. It's like the other day I've put on my Instagram, we were eating protein pancakes. 48 grams of protein in pancakes. Can you believe that? So things like that, you could do it. You could do it here in Phuket. It depends. People assume that Thailand is for drinking, shagging women. It's okay, but it's not. You can do a lot of other stuff here as well. I'm not a fashion designer, but that's something that I would like to do in the future. I would design my own training gear. I would design a lot of things because I can never buy anything in the stores. I never like anything, and what I like I can't afford. It's crazy. So the recommended treatment for gallstone is either medication or laparoscopy surgery based on your case. Yeah, that's exactly what I've been told, but I don't want to cut anything out of my body. So that's why now I need to follow a lot of things, like eating, drinking hot water in the morning. There's different things that I do to make sure that I keep that organ, because I believe everything inside our body is there for a reason. So I don't want to cut anything out, Yeah, and medication I don't want to take. So now I just do, I manage it with food, with fitness, with, all that sort of stuff. Have you noticed how I talk with my hands? I'm not Italian, but I worked for Italians for 8 years. So. Okay, what else do we have? Do you ever dance on Bollywood film? No, I've never danced on Bollywood films, but I've danced here. We've done recordings for ourselves just for fun, some of your messages are held for review. It's not by me, by the way, guys. If you talk shit in those messages, YouTube holds it for review, and if YouTube finds it inappropriate, bully, hateful speech, whatever, it's held for review, so I don't actually see them. I do like yoga, yes. Now you're 40, you look much younger. Thank you. A lot of people say to me that I look about 32. 35, but if I keep my mouth shut and I have like a ponytail, obviously I don't wear makeup, so I do, and I wear like a training gear, then I look even younger. So as soon as I open my mouth, people know that I'm a bit older. You got great hair, thank you. It's thick and it's all my hair as well, not extension. Yeah, that's at least one thing I've got it good. It's my hair. Thank you to my mom and dad. When I went was just drinking, partying all night and sleeping all day. Yeah, that's not my thing. That's not my vibe. I would absolutely hate that. Like, you have to pay me to go and drink. No way. I cycle across town for a month. Wow, amazing. It's so hot to cycle. No, I'm not British. I'm Latvian. Already explained that. Hi, I'm 34, good. When are you moving to the UK? No, I don't want to move to the UK. I'll move out of the UK when I was 36, 4 years ago. So I would not go back to UK. No, thanks. Thanks for that. Very miserable, very negative. Nope, thank you. Your nature positivity is refreshing to hear. Keep on smashing. Thank you, Alan. Yeah, I try my best. Hey, gorgeous words, Carnic Press. Your beauty, you're so beautiful. Thank you. And car, guys, for all the compliments. Right, any more? Give it 5 more minutes and then I'll go, guys. So, because I am tired. I've been editing video for like 3 hours. Hi. Oh my God, you would have been so pretty if you were black. You know, what a random thing to say. I'm in Bangkok. Hate London, yeah. Yeah, weather in Asia is unbearable, I agree. Sometimes it crosses my mind to move up north where the weather conditions are better, or maybe move to Vietnam up north as well. So yeah, Phuket is like sauna. So, but then I'm never outside. I'm either in the car or inside the building. Don't know why I'm living here, to be honest. I never go to the beach either. Wishing you all continued success and growth on your channel. Your content is amazing. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I saw Singapore. Singapore, I've been, but it's so expensive, so I wouldn't be able to afford it. London is the best. Disagree totally. Absolutely not for me. English summer sets beats Thailand, yeah, okay. It looks like we have some UK fans here. Coconut water, lemon in the morning on an empty stomach, great for you. Not with lemon, it's acidy, so again, not for me. Coconut water, agree, because it's electrolytes, it's a natural electrolyte, so agree on that. Big up the London massive. Hi there, what's the best time to visit Thailand? I'd say November to March. It's the best time to visit Thailand. Phuket, let me talk about Phuket. Chiang Mai is different up north. So, do you ever visit India? No, guys, I do not visit India. I do not want to visit India. So, sorry about that, but it does not attract me whatsoever. Where I would like to go is Korea. I'm actually raising some money for my trip to Korea. I want to film educational content about all the latest skincare procedures, and if I earn enough, if I collect enough, I would want to do 1 or 2 procedures and film everything. Yeah. So if you want to donate anything, you can use the donation button here. Yeah, any donation would be helpful. And I know some people will say, oh my God, can't believe, so embarrassing, she's begging for money. It's not. I create content. I spend a lot of my time creating content, filming, editing, giving information. You know, donation is just some sort of like a gratitude from the viewer. So I don't find that that is embarrassing. You know, if you want to support a creator and what they do and you enjoy the content, why not support? You know, never get tired of listening to you. Thank you. What else? Yeah, I want to go to Korea, Seoul, for educational purposes, to learn everything about latest, how to stay young, basically. Yeah, at the moment I think I've got $25 in total fundraiser, and I need 1,500. In the description, by the way, I will leave a link if you want to donate anything. $1 will help. Okay, guys, so, and I will be grateful. You don't have to give your name if you don't want to, because you can do it anonymous, and it's a safe way of donation. Everybody in the world use this system. It's like buy me a coffee, it's called. Yeah, so I would be grateful if you have. We have a wild healthcare network. Now, I'm looking forward to trying the glutathione IV treatments for my healthcare. Yeah. Definitely do it. 10. You could do 2 in 1 week, and take at least 1,200 milligrams of glutathione, and 2 per week. You can mix it with vitamin B, vitamin C. I've done mine with vitamin C. Yeah, really recommend. Yeah, you'll enjoy it, and it's overall good for detoxification of your body. Of course, it's cheaper in Phuket. Like I was saying, if you're in Phuket, guys, reach out. I'll give the details of my nurse, and then you can have it. Another thing as well that a lot of people do now is NAD plus, but it's expensive, and Lyfe as well. It works on like cell levels. It's just shitloads of stuff that you can do nowadays to stay young. It's just I wish I was rich, then I'd just do it all. I'd be like, yes, IV, yes, this, yes. But it just cost a lot. Lyfe, it's called in Russian, I'm not sure in English. High T voice, what does it mean, high T voice? Not sure what it means. Lasers are good too for keep pigmentation, IPL. I've tried that before, but then of course as soon as I'm back in Asia, everything comes back. I'm going to subscribe and like, oh, thank you. Thank you, Adam, I appreciate. Yeah, the more people subscribe to my channel, the more opportunities I get with collaboration. So if you can't donate, that's okay, but by subscribing and liking and sharing my channel with the friends who you think may enjoy it too, it would also be helpful, right, keep on keeping. Testosterone. At the moment I'm not taking testosterone, I'm focusing on women's hormones first, estradiol and progesterone, and once where they need to be, then I can review testosterone levels. I'm from Melbourne, Australia, but originally from Turkey. I've been in Australia since I was a small child. Okay, nice to meet you, Adam. I would like to go to Australia, but again, it's expensive. Yeah. Can you talk in your mother tongue, a couple of words? Здравствуйте, дорогие телезрители. Меня зовут Наталья. Добро пожаловать на мой YouTube канал. So here you go, that's in my mother tongue. And by the way, I will be publishing content in Russian too on this channel. You probably guys will find it super annoying, but you can switch off the function where it translates straight away. The AI translates it, so then you can still understand it. I'm happy I came across your channel, and nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. It's very expensive to live here, yeah, because I've looked at going there last year, and I was like, I wouldn't be able to afford to go there, with the accommodation prices. Yeah, so if anyone's got a spare accommodation that I can borrow for a week, then I'll come. You look flawless. Oh, thank you. I wouldn't go that far. I do have my flaws. Good in cricket, okay. Looking for long-term relationship. Mohit, good luck with that. Bye guys, it's been 45 minutes. I've got to go now. So see you all later. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe, follow my Instagram for daily updates. I update, guys, on Instagram daily. It's natalijakica, same as the name of this channel, but dot in between. And yeah, and see you soon. Bye.